friends, welcome in. Welcome to a new week. My name is Valerie, and this is going to be a daily guidance message for whoever finds it. If you found it, there's likely something in it for you, even if it's not on the day of the date that you see that it's listed for. Just as always, it's a general message, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's get started. Let's just get some general energies out to see what's going on, what you're working with. You get grounded. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you set some wonderful intentions with the new moon. We get invite help. One more. One more card. And we get trust. All right. So, needing to get grounded and connect with the divine and ask the divine for guidance, and then trusting the divine to guide you and provide everything that you need. I'll read the smaller descriptions here. On Grounded, it says, many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. So maybe an invitation there to keep the perspective that we are all human beings and that we are all just regular people. This actually came to me earlier in a meditation for myself. There's so much division, and I think a lot of it has to do with, wanting to maintain our own identities. This is an ego concept of identity. And really needing, if we want to bring more harmony and peace to our relationships, personal relationships, to the world as a whole, there needs to be a shift into a perspective of unity consciousness, where we can see that we are all human beings, that we are all connected, that we're all on while the physical manifestation of our path is different, we're all in the same sort of journey. We all come into the world through the same fashion. We all go out of the world, and everything in between, is all just our journey. And I'm getting a little out there right now, but I think you get the concept that, we're all regular people, and when we hold people on pedestals and things like that, it can be detrimental to our relationships. And it also is important to recognize that we're all the same, to help us bring in more compassion in our relationships and just in the way that we view other people and situations that we see around us in the news. Or, not that I encourage the news, but you get what I'm saying. Like, just being grounded and remembering that we are all people and that we're all here, trying to do the best that we can. And so I think that's really beautiful. Invite help says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. So, opening yourself up to the divine, and not just always asking for what you want, which, that of course, like, the divine wants that, but also, having gratitude. I'm noticing these hands here, in prayer, but that also makes me think of gratitude for what we have as well. But yeah, definitely, whatever thing you're going through today, inviting help from the divine, allowing God to be your ally, to be your guide, to be your support system. And trust says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Yeah, so trusting that divine has your back, that the divine is always working in your favor, that the divine knows exactly what it is that you want, that you need, and God will bring you what you need in the moments that you need them. Just having that faith and trusting in the divine. So interesting. I'm gonna do it a little bit different today. I'm gonna just get out some tarot cards and see what we can see. So we start off with the Fool. So, taking some sort of new journey here, stepping into some sort of unknown territory, perhaps, taking a leap of faith, this trust here. Let's see what else we get. You get the Hermit in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords reverse, Knight of Cups reverse, King of Wands reverse, and Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck. So this deck that I got ended up having 2 Fool cards in it. So at the bottom of the deck, we also get the Fool. So double Fool energy here. Just take a second to hone in on the energy here. So, as I said, taking some sort of new journey here, some sort of leap of faith. Underneath is the Ten of Swords in reverse. So, seems to me that it's some sort of journey away from a very painful ending of something, especially mental. So maybe moving away from some old mindset or set of thought patterns that made you feel like a victim. That's what I'm getting. Coming out of a time of deep introspection, but maybe still a bit guarded, not wearing your heart on your sleeve. Whatever this was very painful, and I think you're a bit guarded, even though you're, starting to move forward and come out of this hermit mode. You're not wanting to lead with your emotions, because I see you've got the Two of Cups in reverse here. So whether this is talking about a romantic situation or some other kind of interpersonal relationship, or even your own internal balance, I feel like that's a bit on its head at the moment. Maybe you're not too sure of where something is leading or how to balance out this head and heart. And I think a bit of fear of further heartbreak. Feeling a bit disempowered in this particular scenario, this relationship, or in your own internal balance. Just feeling a bit out of balance, maybe with your masculine energy. Maybe just not quite feeling like yourself. And I think with this Page of Swords, you're stepping out, but with this mindfulness of observation, looking for information, sort of a tentative approach so that you don't land yourself in more heartbreak. Let's get some clarifiers out. Let's clarify this Fool and Ten of Swords. We got the Hanged Man in reverse. So you've gained some sort of enlightenment. You've seen something, which is helping you move forward here. Maybe it's a bit of this feeling of like you've spent enough time in hermit mode, and while you haven't healed everything, it doesn't mean that you can't move forward and step into another relationship, because relationship wounds are healed through healthy relationships, right? And sometimes it's hard when you've been in an unhealthy relationship or multiple unhealthy relationships to be sure and to identify what is a healthy relationship. And so you approach it, cautiously, because you don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. That's one thing that I'm getting here. But I think, coming to it with this Page of Swords energy where you're watchful, but also, have that beginner's mind, is probably a wise way to approach this. Let's see what else we get. Clarify the Hermit and Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So there's been some situation that made you question your self-worth, where maybe you felt abandoned or left out in the cold. And maybe you're still working on regaining this sense of self-worth. And that's a process, It doesn't happen overnight. I think when you're in this hermit mode, when you're working through things, it's kind of in a vacuum. And you can get to a level of understanding. You can work through things to a certain degree. But it's not till you get out in the real world and interact with people and allow yourself to be triggered before you can see, the things that are still hidden beneath the surface that you need to deal with, that you need to process and release. And you will. You'll get triggered. But you're coming to it with a new mindset. You're not the same, person that you were before. So I feel like, you're still maybe working through some of these fears of being abandoned. I mean, and in terms of core wounds, abandonment is one of the few major ones that's sort of a constant among people, right? So here where we're talking about remembering that we're all just people, so that this abandonment wound is very prevalent in our world. There's so many people that struggle with this abandonment wound. You're not alone in that. Allowing help to come in to guide you through this challenging time where you're working on regaining your self-worth and your self-confidence. Show me this Two of Cups in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. We get the Eight of Cups in reverse. So maybe some resistance still to walking away from things that don't serve you, that have caused you emotional pain. Maybe this is you still looking at a past situation that didn't work out, that didn't make you feel empowered, didn't make you feel like yourself, and not fully letting go of this hurt and wanting more information about how to do that and to move forward. And I think, part of that is having compassion for situations and people that have hurt us so that we can release it, and allowing the divine to help us through that process, and to know that we are not alone and that we are protected and that we're loved, and trusting that everything is going to work out for us to our benefit. Situations like this come along sometimes to show us wounds that were already there. Maybe, as a child, you had some abandonment that occurred and hadn't been dealt with, that needed to be addressed. And maybe this relationship was just there to reflect that back to you so that you could heal it and move forward. I have another one for this Eight of Cups in reverse. Show me more about this Eight of Cups in reverse. The Emperor. So maybe you were dealing with somebody that was a bit tyrannical or overbearing or controlling. But also this can talk about you stepping into your own power and making moves from an empowered place. Allowing your inner divine masculine to be the protector of your inner divine feminine, of your wounded self. As you work through these wounds, allowing your inner masculine to step in and guide you and help you set healthy boundaries and things so you can protect yourself while you heal. Show me this Three of Swords, Page of Swords. We get two cards. We got Seven of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. So I think there's some confusion about where to go next emotionally. Like what is going to make you feel grounded and stable and abundant within yourself. And I think that's what this Page of Swords is kind of looking at, trying to figure out. This is the dance of healing, right? It's not a straight line. And while, there's a desire to completely withdraw from the world until you're better or until you're healed, you can only do that for so long. And then you've got to sort of step out and confront the world and navigate through life's challenges and integrate the lessons so that you can grow from them without just cutting yourself off from experience. Life is about the experience. We're here to experience. We're here to grow and evolve. And like I said, we can't do that in a vacuum, only to a certain degree. This is a very interesting reading. Let me get some guidance. Oof. Okay, that's too many. One card, please, of guidance. You get Winter's Dream, gestation period. Yeah, and I feel like that's sort of what you've been doing, going through a period of gestation. And healing. Let's see what else we get. Another piece of guidance, please. Get baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Exactly what we were saying. You know, stepping out into the world before you feel you're ready. Because you can't stay in this place of solitude forever and expect to fully heal. You have to take action and follow your intuition and take baby steps, one step at a time. And doing, staying grounded and doing that by, inviting help from the divine and trusting in the divine. That's where your grounding lies. Your grounding lies in your faith and trust in God, and that God is leading you and guiding you and has your back. And that if you're doing the work, you're going to be led to a much better place, and that you can trust in that. The healing is on its way to you. That's beautiful. Well, so that's what I have for today. A little bit of a different style, different format. Let me know in the comments what you think. Just trying some different things out when I get, clearer and helpful messages to you. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.